Welcome to Magnifico Recaps. Today we will narrate an action drama movie called Baby Driver. Spoilers ahead. So take care.
A red car pulls up in Atlanta, Georgia, just across from a bank. Buddy, Darling and Griff are the robbers. Baby is their getaway driver. While Baby jams to bell-bottoms, the robbers enter and exit the bank. The robbers flee the scene and return to their car moments later. The music is playing in Baby's ears as he drives off. Baby manages to dodge the police and maneuver the car through the city. He drives along the highway, where there are two red cars passing. Baby manages to get under the bridge and escapes, but Griff almost catches him in an alleyway. Baby sings and he takes his car to a garage. Baby later goes for coffee with the crooks and strolls to the coffee shop to listen to Harlem Shuffle from Bob and Earl. Their employer is Doc. Griff questions Baby's habit of listening to music. Doc says that Baby is listening to music because of an accident as a child. Baby is intimidated by Griff, who plays with Baby. Baby doesn't seem to be afraid. Buddy tells Baby not to answer Doc again if he calls. Doc tells Baby not to do that. Baby lives with Joseph, a paraplegic man who is deaf. His share of the money he stole is kept under a floorboard. Joseph and he communicate in sign language. He knows that Baby is involved in some sort of shady enterprise. Baby makes music tapes out of recordings he made during his sessions with Doc. Baby keeps a drawer containing all his tapes. However, he has one tape in the middle that is labeled Mom. Baby is taken to Bo's diner. Baby sees Deborah, a young waitress, singing a song. Baby's recorder is noticed by her as she walks over to him. Baby and Deborah have a conversation, and Baby asks Deborah what song she is singing. Joseph discovers that Baby had met a girl when he later found the song and listened to it at home. Doc takes Baby with him to the next job. Baby is introduced to the new crew by Doc, JD, Eddie No-Nose and Bats. Their target is an armored truck. Baby listens as Doc explains the plan. Bats is the first person to question Baby's abilities, but Baby can recite Doc's plan word for word. Baby and Doc agree that this is the last job Baby must do to pay Doc a debt. Crew gathers around the armored truck. JD is already messing things up when Doc specifies Michael Myers masks. However, he receives Austin Powers' Mike Myers masks. Baby sits in the car and sings along to his tunes, while the others rob the truck. Bats kills the guard and the three robbers run frantically back to the car. Baby attempts to escape but hits the truck of a Marine. Baby is forced to stop against a wall by the Marine as he pursues them. They are caught under a truck and the Marine follows them. Bats has a clear shot at this Marine, but Baby pulls away to avoid it. Baby speeds off the highway, and the Marine crashes his truck. They then steal a car from a mother with a baby and abandon their car. In the chaos, JD accidentally drops his shotgun. The gang manages to get to the garage and then moves on to their separate cars. Bats questions Baby about whether he intentionally made Baby miss the shot. Bats is aware that Baby lies and says no. He threatens Baby with a gun and holds it to his face. Baby goes back to Bo's diner to see Deborah. They talk about songs that have their names. There are songs called Deborah, Deborah, and many songs about Baby. Baby visits Doc's hideout in order to claim his share of the job. Eddie and Bats are also present. Doc orders Baby to dispose of the car with JD's body in it. Baby then takes the car to the junkyard, and has flashbacks about his childhood. His mother was a singer and he was very close to his mother. His father, an alcoholic, abused his mother and led to a fatal car accident. Baby accepts a new job as a delivery driver for pizzas. Baby is able to see Deborah again socially. Doc approaches Baby, but he still needs him to drive for other robbery job. Doc threatens Baby to hurt Deborah. Baby reluctantly accepts. Later, he takes Deborah home with him and they share their first kiss. Doc takes Baby to the post office to help him set up the next heist. To make sure Baby doesn't feel suspicious, he has Sam and Baby accompany him to the post office. Sam visits the area to give Baby details to relay back to Doc. Before returning to Doc's car, They meet with a friendly teller so Baby can provide details for Doc to plan the heist. Baby calls Deborah and tells her she wants to drive far away and never look back. She accepts it. Baby is then able to see a black and white version of Deborah, standing next to a car and waiting for him. Doc doesn't like to use the same crew for multiple heists, so he gathers Buddy and Darling as his crew. Baby is still the getaway driver. Doc orders his crew to buy guns from the butcher, an arms dealer. Baby stops at a convenience shop so that Bats can go inside while on the ride to the butcher. Buddy and Darling get kinky in their backseats. Darling mentions that Bats thought Buddy was funny and asks Buddy if he wants to kill Bats. Darling replies that he won't before the heist. Bats returns with a whole package of stolen gum. The crew meets the butcher and his gang at a warehouse. The butcher shows his crew his vast array of guns, rifles, and hand grenades. Bats sees APD written on one of the gun boxes. This makes it clear that the butcher and his men have been arrested. Bats shoots the butcher and forces everyone to engage in a shootout that is perfectly timed for Tequila, by button-down Brass. Darling is shot in the arm after the crew kills most of the butcher's men. Buddy and Darling criticize Bats for starting this shootout. But he says that they were police officers. Bats throws the grenade in his car to add some spice. Bats commands Baby to stop at Bo's Diner on the way back to Doc's. Bats orders Baby to stop at Bo's Diner, which Baby refuses to do out of fear they might hurt Deborah. Deborah notices Baby's concern, but she doesn't see them. She accepts their orders without telling the others that she knows Baby and vice versa. Buddy and Darling continue to slam Bats for his actions. Bats asks Baby as they prepare to leave, if he has any knowledge of Deborah. He said no. Bats raises his gun and Baby grabs it before he does any stupid thing. Baby gives Deborah the check and her tip. He also leaves with a note that reads road trip 2 a.m. Doc is back with the crew. Doc knows that something is wrong. Bats tells Doc that the butcher and his men were cops. Doc knew this because they were on Doc's payroll. Buddy and Darling believe Bats and say they shot first. Doc questions Baby about whether the heist should be allowed to take place. Baby reluctantly agrees that it should. Baby attempts to sneak out of his room at 2 a.m. to meet Deborah. But Buddy and Bats follow him. Bats grabs Baby's recorder, and knocks him unconscious when they become suspicious. Baby awakens at Doc's table, as Buddy and Bats take out all Baby's tapes. Bats is on Joseph's wheelchair, but he insists that he didn't hurt Joseph. Doc asks Baby about the tapes. But he reveals that they are music tapes. He plays the one he recorded after the first heist. Deborah waits for Baby. The crew sets the heist in motion the next morning by heading to the post office. Buddy is to hold Darling captive while Bat sneaks around in the back. Baby is waiting in the car when he spots the teller whom he had met the day before. Baby waves and smiles at him. A guard arrives shortly after the teller. Just as the robbers return, he taps Baby's window. The guard is killed by Bats and the cops follow him. Baby is reluctant to let the robbers force him to drive. Bats points his shotgun at Baby, so Baby presses the gas pedal and accelerates into a truck that has a steel bar sticking out. This effectively impales Bats. Baby, Buddy and Darling all race for it. Baby is chased by the cops through the city in a sequence that was timed to focus Hocus Pocus. Baby attempts to alter his appearance and steal cars. As the cops approach them, Baby again runs into Buddy and Darling. They surround the couple as they try to flee with Baby. Darling fires at the cops and they return fire, killing her. Buddy gets furious and shoots at the cops, while Baby escapes. He steals the car of an elderly lady but gives her her purse back. She is stunned. Baby goes back to his apartment to see Joseph lying on the ground. But he is fine. He takes whatever money he has and takes Joseph to a nursing facility. Joseph is made to feel sorry for his failures and he promises to never let anything happen to him again. Baby runs while the police continue to search for him. Baby rushes to Bo's to get Deborah but Buddy is already there with his gun. Baby is threatened by Buddy, who wants to make Darling pay for his actions. The diner is occupied by a cop, who needs to use the bathroom. Deborah's co-worker calls to inquire about everything. When Buddy becomes distracted, Baby shoots Buddy in the chest. Deborah then runs off with her. They take a car from two vaping men and drive to Doc's. Buddy then shoots the cop who goes to check on Buddy. Doc is trying to save Baby's life, and Baby begs Doc for his help. Doc gives in and allows Baby to take the money, so that Deborah and he can escape. They descend the elevator to find some of the butcher's men with guns. Doc is shot twice, but he manages kill all three of them. Buddy arrives in a stolen police car and plays Brighton Rock from Queen through his car's speakers. He comments that this is Baby's best track. As he attempts to chase Baby and Deborah, he runs Doc over twice. Baby attempts to shoot at Buddy before trying and getting him with another car. Baby pushes Buddy's car off the railing and it falls several floors below. Buddy manages to get out of the way in time and shoots around Baby's ears, trying to deafen him. He is able to reach Deborah, who has taken a crowbar, and attempts to rescue Buddy. Baby grabs his gun and shoots Buddy in the leg. He then falls onto the car that is burning, and it explodes. Deborah drives Baby away in the morning while listening to Baby's mother singing. The police then form a blockade to stop them from capturing Baby. Deborah tries desperately to escape, but Baby surrenders. Baby is brought to trial for his involvement in the heists. Deborah, Joseph and the lady who Baby stole the car from give their testimony. They all consider Baby a good child who made mistakes but never intended to hurt anyone. Baby is sentenced to 25 years imprisonment with the possibility of parole within 5 years. Baby is sent postcards by Deborah while he is in prison. Deborah has learned that Baby is Miles. They are cards from places they hope to visit when Baby is released. The scene then looks almost like a dream sequence with Deborah waiting to welcome Baby. The scene changes from black and white to color. This indicates that it is now 5 years later and Baby has been released. He kisses Deborah as he goes to Deborah.